So I just wanted to, go live and just, in a sense, make kwentuhan. I've been very quiet lately. This is actually the third time in almost a month that I decided to get out of bed. I missed you guys. A lot of my friends told me that just stay quiet, just don't say anything, just blah 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 blah. And I really know that they're coming from a place of goodness and care. But I speak about authenticity. I speak about being true to yourself. No matter how hard it is, you just have to be true to yourself. And it'll sometimes rub people a different way, and some people will, in a sense, appreciate you for being real. And a lot of there are a lot of people that would say, oh, you stay unbothered, blah 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 blah. The sad part is that I'm not the type to be unbothered. Not that I'm patola or anything, but I guess I just have I'm an empath, and I'm an overthinker, and aside from campaigning to always put myself first, my dreams first, everything, do what I need to do first, I'm not gonna lie that it gets to you sometimes. But also at the same time, I know I've put myself out there so much that it's just part of the territory that people will say this about you, people will bash you about being too thin, about being too fat, about being too all of that. But I could take it. I could really take it. But when it comes to people really, how do I say? When you start coming for my professional integrity, I cannot. I crumble into pieces, because we all have dreams, I have been working since I was 13 years old. That's 27 years of working nonstop. I missed a lot of opportunities in life. I miss having normal friends. I miss having a lot of high school friends. I didn't go to prom because I worked. And in a year, for the longest time, I only had 2 weeks vacation. And the 2 weeks was because I had a concert, or I had ASAP in Japan or whatever. And that was considered a vacation for me. But in a sense, I never stopped working. And even those of you who say bad things about me or whatever, I think you were asleep when I was up at 4 a.m. working already. I never, even when people weren't looking, I never stopped working. I had a goal, I had a dream, and I'm very proud of everything that I have achieved. But the sad reality at this point is that sometimes it's very hurtful that as an independent woman like myself, God damn it, I'm so independent. I am so hardworking, and I have pride in what I do. And that is diminished. Your hard work is diminished. Your hard work is all of a sudden nothing, just because you are now a mere political wife, which is so, not that I'm insulting other women out there, but I feel like, okay, for the record, since I've been working for a long time, the late Senator Miriam Defensor, who is like a second mother to me, who handled most of my contracts when I was younger, she demanded that I get a prenup with my now husband, which means we have complete separation of assets. What is mine is mine. What's his is his. And so, being a woman who is independent, who is working hard, to be dragged in this situation where I have not done anything. I have just been concentrating on my job, on my passion, which is my lifeline. In fact, I'm such a workaholic, I even missed the window of having a child. The reason why I feel very passionate, or maybe in a sense I'm very angry also, is that sige na, righteous indignation na to, pero pinagtrabahuan ko yung meron ako eh. So I'm done with the depressed side, I'm done with all, walang anxiety, because I have to speak. I cannot. People ask me about, oh, why weren't you in the rally? Why wasn't I in the rally? You think I don't want to be in the rally? You think I don't have a voice? You think I'm not frustrated? You think hindi ako napipikon? Pikon naman din ako bakit hindi ako Pinoy? I'm not in the rally is because you said, a lot of people said, nahuhubaran niyo ako kung pupunta ako sa rally. How cruel can you be? What did I do? Unboxings, let's say. Unboxing. I was paid to unbox that. Or if I wasn't paid, if it's not part of that kind of contract, I do unboxing because it's the new season of the bag. I did not buy that bag. That bag was gifted to me according to my style. And since it's the new collection of, let's say, a certain brand, I unbox that for them. It's like promoting a movie. And that is my job. That is my business. If I'm, or it's either the payment was the bag, or it's because you're part of their list of effective influencers. So you unbox that, you promote that, and that's my job. That's my job. I go to Fashion Week. I attend certain shows. There's a contract. There is a list of things that you need to do. How many postings? No, it's good actually. I know I don't need to explain, but it's good that you know in a way how it works, because it's important. It's important that you know the difference of people who aren't doing anything, who are just using people's money and on vacation and spending like there's no tomorrow, and it's not a job for them, or they're doing unboxing and yun yung mga pinag-shoppingan lang nila. Hindi kasi ganun yung trabaho ko eh. Hindi kasi yun yung trabaho eh. Hindi yun ang, walang trabaho yun. Yung trabaho ko is I unbox because I'm hired to unbox. I go to Fashion Week not just because I just want to make rampa. You build your imaging in a sense that in the beginning tumataya ka, diba? Tumataya ka, gumagawa ka ng content, or in my case it was natural to me. I started to go, I met a few people, I met a few agents, I met companies, because it was a business that wasn't known to a lot of people the way Fashion Week is known now. So for example, a brand would tap you to go to a show. I'm paid around maybe 2M per show. Okay, that's too much information because I don't really feel like some people deserve that. But okay, I'm proud of it. I'm proud of my job. And that's what I do. I promote. This is the business. And It can be complicated because it's not a usual or a usual job, but it's really my bread and butter. This is where I make my money. And the sad thing is that yeah, a lot of people say, oh, but you know, movies and stuff like that. The reason why I didn't anymore do movies here is because I knew I had something else to offer. I knew that I couldn't be what they wanted me to be. So I had to be something elsewhere to be appreciated here. That's the sad truth. And, you know, I'm proud. I'm proud of what I am. I'm proud that I'm independent. I'm proud of all of that. But at the same time, if I may just say, it doesn't mean that I don't care. It doesn't mean that I don't feel what you feel, because I acknowledge that I come from a place of privilege. My parents helped me in a sense, but even with my parents around, they didn't want me to work. They didn't want me to do what I was doing. They didn't like it. They didn't like that I was an artist. I mean, they supported me eventually. My mom became my manager. She was good at what she did. She invested my money properly. But you know, it wasn't the usual lawyer, doctor kind of job, but I was able to prove them that I can be independent, that I can choose the life I want if I was financially independent, that I could love whoever I wanted to love because I was financially independent. That was my first few issues in the beginning. And that's why my parents were so upset when I met my husband now, was because they didn't want to let go of me, and they would even say really bad things about my husband because he was not good enough. He was not financially good enough. He was not. So what was my armor? What was my number one power? Was my job. My number one power was I can be my own woman. I can stand on my own 2 feet. I don't need anybody. Maybe I needed an exit plan from my parents. I wanted to be independent, and thank God my husband allowed me to be independent. And that's why I am so upset that you come for my professional integrity when I was never late, when I was always on time, when I was struggling on my own. I went to work every goddamn day, and I am proud of what I am today. And I understand though, I understand and I empathize that I come from a privileged place of my parents and all of that, but not a lot of people were given the same set of cards and the same opportunities. And that's where I'm coming from, is that we live in such an unfair place that not everybody is given the same freaking opportunities that they should be given that. And so for you questioning me why I'm not at the rally, for you questioning me, do you think I don't have a burning flame in my heart, that I feel I have a lump in my neck or my throat, that I have nothing to say? I have so much things to say, because it is unfair. It is unfair that I am here, and how come they're not given the same exact opportunities, because they were also on time. They also went to work. In fact, they also had times when they go to work, by the time they get home, everybody's asleep. And it's like we're renting our lives, that we're working to live. We don't even have time to live. And that upsets me as well. And so I'm not here because I want to make hanash. I'm here because I also want to let people know that I'm not going to Fashion Week. Maybe some people think ang shallow, ang ganyan. It's just Fashion Week. It's something I love. It's something I'm passionate about. But it's my job. Okay, it's my job. I lose a lot by not going. First, don't call me childless. because I beat myself up every day, because I know I'm childless, because I'm a workaholic, and I don't have enough time for that. Second, don't come for my professional integrity, because I have been working for 27 years and I am proud of what I have today. And I am blessed na wala akong pamilya na kailangan buhayin. Pero, hindi ibig sabihin na wala akong pamilyang binubuhay. Because I always believe that you are blessed to become a blessing. It is my prerogative not to post what I post on Instagram, or it's my prerogative not to post what I do for other people, because my points in heaven are far more important than my points here. So do not come for my integrity when it comes to my work, because god damn it, I work so hard and I am proud of what I have. And what else can I say? That I'm sorry for my fans that I'm not going to Fashion Week. I know that you guys say laban, ganyan. I really appreciate you, but honestly, I don't think it's the right time for anyone to, especially from our country, to be going to Fashion Week, because I think we need to be here, not necessarily be in the rally if it's not like I have a different situation. Obviously, I'm aware of that. But it's important that we open our eyes and we truly become one and empathize and really, see what's going on and see what we can do. And so I will not be going to Fashion Week. If I'll be going maybe the next season, I think it depends, but I can't stop working, and I think some people should actually appreciate that hindi lang ako nakatambay sa bahay. Tulad ngayon, I feel helpless na nasa bahay ako, na hindi ako nagtatrabaho. It's not my nature, I'm not the type of wife na nakatanga lang ako sa bahay at nakikipagtsikahan lang ako sa amiga. No, I'm not. I work. And so I'm not gonna be going to Fashion Week. I think I have other things that I will be doing. I have been having meetings with my attorney, and definitely I will not take it sitting down. What some people have been saying about me, not even allegedly, everything I do is proper, everything is well documented. That's not my problem, actually. It's the least of my problem, but I just wanted to come here to air out and tell you how upsetting it is that ako pa yung naging casualty. Ako pa yung naging political tool of entertainment. And I will not take that sitting down.